Reasons why I did that, because we did the recording because um, all of this with qigong is all about how can you become more aware of your internal energy, the flow of your energy, and in order to do that, of course, you have to be able to build up this ability to sense it. And you don't need to have any of this theory in order for qigong to work and be beneficial. But obviously, the more information you have, the more that it helps. PJ, I'm going to Bobby's good in the morning, and but using that
I'll be
breathing,
right back.
yeah, that deep diaphragmatic breathing, um, is such a way just to initially get yourself calm and centered, um, and then to kind of sense where that energy is. And and people have said you were feeling it in fingertips, feet. I'll always feel it in my palms, but you kind of get this feeling, and then you can pay attention to that throughout the day. So, all right. I think Miguel stepped out, and we'll get back in.
Richie,
Yes, sir.
I have some guests from out of town. Is it okay if they join in on this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right. So as we get on class, we want to be able to be centered, have a little bit of just where we're just kind of working, activating the energy and kind of opening up the body and nerve endings. And then we'll kind of move into more of the stretches and into the flows. Everybody can see and hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So just as we set up that video yesterday, initially just kind of go ahead and get started and get centered. Feet can be either heels together or just shoulder width. I like shoulder width, and have one hand over the other down to your lower dantian. And right now, I just want you to breathe in, expanding your diaphragm. Imagine that energy coming down, roll it into a ball, the lower dantian. And then as you exhale, continue to imagine that energy really sinking in and forming a ball in your lower dantian. And now I want you, one hand in your belly, one hand in your chest. And part of this is that you can feel, I want to feel my belly expand. I want to feel my rib cage expand. And I may want to tip my chin up a little bit. I want to feel my chest expand and top it off. Hold for a quick beat and let go. Exhaling out of your mouth through your chest, rib cage, diaphragm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now, same thing with your hands, just as if you're um, picking up a ball, picking up energy. You're going to dip your knees just a little bit as you sink your weight in. Breathe up. Turn your hands over and exhale, coming down. You don't move faster than your inhale and your exhale. Inhale. Turn palms over. Exhale. See if you can just resonate between your palms and your body. You just kind of want to scan your body. Let go of any tension. Actually, this is one of the best Qigong flows. Just this simple movement. It'll help you to center, stretch. One more time. Stand with your hands down to your side and just feel for a second. I make a fist, and we're just going to kind of activate. When you're knocking on your nerve endings, it helps open them up. Energetically, you start awakening and moving more of the chi. So you're just going to knock on your torso, still staying nice and relaxed. Down the sternum, solar plex, stomach, around the sides, liver and spleen. Down, you can pat down one outside of your arm, come up the inside. It's a good way of kind of enlivening to the other side. All the while doing deep breaths on the shoulders. Keep them down around, knock on the kidneys. Jerk way down the hamstrings. Up the inside of your legs. Hip flexors. All right, shake it out for a little bit. Okay, feet are about shoulder width apart, and we're going to push. So right, in this case, my left hand pushing right across. My feet are still facing forward, so I'm getting this twist of my spine. Looking behind my shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in energy. Breathe out old energy. Breathe in energy. Breathe out old energy. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, widen your stance a little bit. So gather energy. Bend your knees. As you come up the top, right about chest level, hands come up, press up to the sky as if you're lifting the sky. Keep this hand position. Bend over at the waist. Touch the floor or reach to the floor. So inhale. Exhale. As you come up, you can also try bending backward as far as you feel comfortable. One more time. And with all of these movements, you make them, the stretches and the only go as far as you feel comfortable. So if any of this is hard in your back, you relax the muscles in your back, and then you continue to do it, but only to the rotation level that you feel comfortable. All right. Spread your feet, legs a little bit wider again. Go back to swimming dragon. And this time you have a little more of a weight shift. So as I dip down, and then as I push out, I'm going to push out in this case with my left foot. Move with my left hand. In. Breathe out. Now I'm pumping the legs just a little bit. Deep breaths, calm, centered. Breathing in to your lower dantian. Feeling all your body is just energy. And letting your mind let your energy flow. Chi is led by the mind, not forced, but led. One more time. All right. Now we're going to just twist. I'm still in wide leg stance. My shoulders are to what's doing the twisting, allowing my arms to kind of hit my abdomen and my lower back. Lower back, we're hitting an area called the meat neck. Nice and relaxed. Feel any tension? Let it go. All right. Bring it down and walk it up. Now for a little bit, I just want you to bounce and shake it out. All right. So bring feet to a standstill. Now, when we start moving into this flows, we'll go back to the original one that we started with. We're still working on the 5-element flow. I'm going to lean over, in this case to my right. My palms are going to, as if I'm scanning up the right side of my body. Breathing in, letting energy pour. Turn the hands over and clear. So breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth in this case. Let everything go. Breathe in. Now with this, remember we're working on liver and wood. So if you want to incorporate the sounds and the colors, as you pull up, imagine liver is healthy, deep green, vibrant green. And my hands are scanning up. The liver and gallbladder meridian run up the side. So pull up. Clear energy out. Pull energy up. Scan. The sound when you release is shh. So, shh. Now, I said if you make the sound out loud, you're working more in the physical body. If you're more of a whisper, it's more of the mental, emotional. And then when you do it silently, then you're working on the spirit side. One more time. Now, I want you to bring your hands as if you're holding a ball, just right down in front of your lower abdomen. Your feet, I just want you to stand. Your shoulders are dropped and relaxed. Initially, I just want you to follow your breath as we talked about in the video. Deep diaphragmatic breathing. Imagine energy in your lower abdomen. But now, as you inhale, gather the energy. As you exhale, I want you to lead that energy around your body, comes up your spine, over the top of your head. So in the inhale, I'm breathing in, deep diaphragmatic breathing. Imagine that energy pooling together in this reservoir. And as I exhale, I'm going to send it, and you send it down to the perineum, up your spine, around the top. Put your tongue at the roof of your mouth. It's a lot to stand still, huh? Breathing in energy to my lower dantian. On the exhale, leading energy up my spine, across my head, connecting, actually connects at my mouth. If you feel tension anywhere in your body, or you suddenly have a desire to release tension, just let it go. We all carry tension somewhere, and like I'm usually up on this right side in my traps or my scapula. So sometimes I'll just feel like this just desire, and it just lets go. My shoulder drops. Never even knew it was tight. So those things, just let it go. 2 more breaths. All right. Now, cloudy hands. In this case, left hand is we're gonna move to the heart. So the left hand is gonna be facing to my heart. Right hand is gonna just trap below. And I'm gonna move back and forth. I stay within my frame. So inhale, exhale. The more relaxed with this, you should feel your body move and shift in that kinetic chain between, say, pushing off, sinking in on the other side. So I'm pushing off on one foot, sinking into another. I feel my hip move, moves my torso. You feel this from the rib cage, the shoulders, to the elbows, to the wrists. You feel this kinetic chain move. The color for the heart is red. The sound is har. Har. I can move one palm that faces me. I can move it down to my lower dantian. I can also move it up the third eye. And the heart is fire, fire energy. All right, now drop your shoulders, extend out. Say, it's as if I'm pressing, not tensing, but pressing from shoulders into elbow, from elbow into wrist, from wrist into hand and fingers. And I'm just forming this diamond, triangle right in front of my heart. And the same thing, I'm breathing energy in through my palms and into my heart. I imagine energy coming in on the inhale, circulating that on the exhale. One more breath. All right, and then we're going to move down to stomach and spleen. What's interesting is a lot of the work that is done, the greater work is done in the standing rather than the moving parts of Qigong. But it takes both as you start to still stay centered. The whole idea, especially at first, is stay very centered with all these movements. And just make them nice and relaxed and feel. All right, with stomach and spleen, then the color is yellow, and I'm going to just inhale. As I exhale, I'm clearing out old energy, gathering energy from the earth. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This works at the pace of your breath, your inhalation and exhalation. So in your private practice, if this is nice and slow, that's excellent. If it's a little faster than what we're doing, that's fine too. The idea is you continue to work on that deep diaphragmatic breathing. And now I'm just clearing energy out. The sound is like an owl, or like I'm blowing something out. Clearing out energy. Gathering in new. Clearing out old. Gathering in new. Clearing out old. All right. Standing posture with earth energy is bring the feet in. If they're not directly under your shoulders, walk them in so they are. Your palms are going to be out, and I'm going to have a little bit of, like I said, it's concave. So my thumb and little finger are pressed out a little bit, and they're facing towards the earth. And when I breathe in, I want to breathe in as if I'm also bringing energy in through my palms, soles of my feet, and the top of my head, all converging on the dantian. And similar as we talked about for this class, we're just condensing the energy and then further condensing it on the exhale. So storing it, packing it in. Let go of any tension. Breathing in through your palms, the soles of your feet. Just imagine you've got energy coming up the inside of your arms, coming down into your dantian, coming up the inside of your legs, going to dantian, coming down your front, the crown. Then the exhale, I just further imagine condensing that ball of energy in my lower dantian. All right, moving into the next flow. Earth energy helps keep you grounded. Now we work into the lungs. So we kind of worked from liver to heart, stomach, and spleen. The elements are going to be wood, fire, earth. From earth comes metal, so we go into the lungs. The color for the lungs, as I breathe in, this will be very similar to the first stretches we did. But breathe in. Imagine lungs filling with this white light. As it comes up over my head, I turn my palms up. As I press out, the sound is S as in S. I'm going to clear all that energy away. Gather, scan that energy up through your body. Clearing the top of your head. Let it all go. Now, when I come down, my hand's still in the same position of being pulled back. There's no tension. I am slightly extending through my wrist, so you feel it in the tendons, but I'm clearing energy out. We're going to build on that in other classes. You can also put a little roll in your spine. So as you begin to bring energy up, tuck your tailbone, create a little bit of that dragon back. Scan, pulling all that energy up, all the energy out. Inside, I'm just feeling all that energy go. Bringing energy in. So I bring energy in, and I'm scanning energy through my body. I let it all go. Now, for the standing position for this, use Zhang Chuan, like we're standing like a tree. So shoulders. You know, my feet are underneath my shoulders, knees slightly bent, my tailbone's tucked in a little bit, my chin's tucked in. I'm going to hold this position as if I'm holding a ball. And with this, use the imagery of breathing in and then leading energy on the exhale up your spine. One more breath. All right. A couple of things you can do in between flows, going from one organ to the other, is just breathe in, breathe out, bringing energy up from Dantian through your heart, mixing, bring it down. So the imagery is that I'm breathing energy up, water to fire, mixing fire and water, bringing it back down. Now we're going to go into water. So we went through liver, heart, stomach, spleen, lungs, then we go to kidneys. Kidneys are some of the most important in traditional Chinese medicine, as it's the element for water as well. And as much as our whole system needs water, the kidneys become very important in our overall health. And because the associated organs that are there, hormones, excretions, etc. With this, now I'm going to move my feet in, so I'm kind of pigeon-toed. I'm going to sink my knees a little bit, and then I'm going to pull energy up. My palms come back together, so my palms are facing out. I'm pulling energy up on the inhale as I get right parallel with my elbows. Send that energy out. Once again, pull it up, and you're pulling through the kidney meridians, bladder meridians. Blue, imagine your kidneys, this deep, healthy blue. The sound is you can round your back, tuck your tailbone, dragon back, try and feel each of the vertebrae in your spine. Two more times. Now, once you put your hands, so you're going to sink your shoulders, and like you were clasping the ball here, I want you to clasp the ball behind your back. And key is also making sure as that you press down and you feel the rotation of your shoulders, it'll constrict in your chest. Make sure you're getting good diaphragmatic breathing. Once again, breathe in through your diaphragm, lead it up through your spine. One more breath. Let it all go. Last one. We're just going to bend our knees. I'm going to turn. In this case, I'm turning to my left. Palms out wide. Gather. Come to the center. Gather all that energy and just pour it into you. Imagine as I scan, I'm scanning an energy point at the top of my head, between my forehead. I feel that start to kind of come alive. I feel it resonate as my hands go through. I can feel the energy in the palm of my hands. Heart, solar plex, dantian, root chakra. Turn other side. Gather. Deep breath. Exhale. The light is purple. The sound is as in Heee. One more time. Bring your feet together. One hand over the other, lower dantian. Breathe deep, and I want you to take your hands and kind of just massage around. As I'm breathing in, feeling that ball, using my hands as an anchor with that visualization to move it. Just get in touch with it. One more breath. And gentlemen, there we go. So with this one, we're doing a little bit more.
I'm getting questions.
So with this one, we're doing a little bit more visualization on things. And that's just, initially when you do this, for most people, you kind of have to use your mind or your just imagination. But then in a short time, you should be able to start to sense and feel that energy. And it's, when you do, don't add to it, don't take away from it, just feel it, just be present in the moment with it. For some, it happens, it can happen quickly. For some, it takes a few weeks, others it takes longer. Either way, it's fine. You don't rush, you don't sweat. You're not looking for markers with this as much as you're just being in the moment, being present, feeling the energy. You're already energetic. And this is just tapping into first creating the awareness of the energy that you have within you, and then be able to eventually to kind of harness it and be able to move it and just harmonize. We're going to use various imageries as we work on different chakras. We'll use various energies when we're working on the breath. And, so I don't want you to get caught up into what I'm supposed to be thinking now. I'm giving you options, and you can kind of build that into your flow, into your practice. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Questions on anything?
No, just appreciate you. As you know, mental health. I'm juggling 6-7 different things a day, and this has really helped me through my day. It's much smoother. It's released a lot of tension when I'm trying to complete assignments. a lot of the tasks. So the breathing has helped and focusing on the 5 elements. And now, you just posted that video. Been boxing 20 years. Been working sure say now for a while, but that breathing from the Dantian is really important. So thank you.
You're welcome. That has been incredibly important, just for a for a balancing point, but also even with our martial arts, we begin moving more from that center. The more that we end up projecting from that energy that we're building out, the more power we have. It's interesting doing the focus from the Dantian and learning to breathe in that into the lower Dantian and using that as a source of power. And even in my workouts, like with lifting weights, I started to experiment with this a few years ago. And, and usually, you always have a set. It's inhale, exhale, you're doing the push. And, as I was starting to change that, I found that I could lift more. Now, some of that is as you're packing that air in and you're learning to expand your diaphragm, you're also packing air in, and it helps with pressure. That's why weightlifters will wear the belts. It helps with some of that pressure so they can lift more. But it's borrowing on some of that same pressure, or same principle, but also just energetically, I'm using a different source of power that comes from that. In the traditional Chinese theory of medicine, then this the lower Dantian is your sea of original qi, and they call it the sea of qi, but it's like this, and it's where obviously your umbilical cord was. So this is kind of where life started. So it kind of feels like right along in this area is where all the energy begins to. You can store that. You can build it up and store it. Eventually, we're going to see there's different energy centers around the body, and as we tap into those, they've also began to add benefits and just a further harmonization with our systems. A lot of this is just for greater health, not necessarily martial ability, but since you guys obviously are part of our crowd with that, then it's, it will help in your martial ability. It will help also with just being calm in those moments, in times of stress. And that's has this generalizes throughout our life. So very good.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, gentlemen. Glad we had guests in today. And I will bid you all adieu unless we have any other questions.
Thank you, Renshi. This is great.
Thank you, Renshi.
All right.
PJ, I'll try to see you next week.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Take care.
Sorry for the late start today.
No worries. Thank you for training us.
All right. We'll see you.
All right.
Bye.